Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for checking it out. Okay, I am Anisa, also known as the spiritual mermaid, the spiritual photographer, the jack of all trades. Okay, look, hey, what's up? Missed you guys. Thank you guys for all of your support, all the love, all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you guys for watching my channel, for keeping me here. Okay, thank y'all. Now, I want to talk about today's full moon in the sign of Aries, okay? Because this full moon is serious, and I need us to understand how serious this is. I don't care what anybody else tells you, and any other astrologers or spiritual beings tell you, or whatever. This is what your solar weights is telling you, okay? And what the energies that I've picked on, okay? Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's dive into the deep. So, in order to understand what the full moon in Aries means, we need to understand first what a full moon is, okay? Full moon. When you go outside and you see that round ball in the sky and it's completely full of light, that's a full moon. Well, what does that mean, Anisa? So, on full moons, okay, that means the moon has transited, she has done her complete cycle, okay, that whatever cycle she's going through, she's completed it, and now she's back in this sign, and the moon is now full. Okay, the light that shines upon the moon is now full. Okay, you can look into the complete scientific on it if you want to, but I'm not here to go into that. Okay, a full moon, when we have a full moon, it doesn't matter what zodiac sign it is in. Okay, full moons are all about releasing. That is the key word that you should associate with full moons. Okay, release, 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 cleansing, banishing, making way, making room for the new. That's what a full moon is doing. A full moon is that culmination period. Okay, it's everything now has been gathered, and it's collaborated, and it's together, but now it's time to release that shit, because you can't keep holding on to that. And if you continue to hold on to things that do not serve you, that's the problem here. Now let's go deeper. This full moon is happening in the sign of what? In the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries is the zodiac sign. They're the first zodiac sign. Okay, out of the whole 12 zodiac, they're the first. Makes sense, don't it? Why they act the way they do. um the first house in astrology is the house of self. Now I want you to sit here and take a moment, and I want you to think about it to yourself. Listen to what comes into your mind, into your intuition. What did you hear? Oh, this full moon means it's time for me to release things about myself. This shit is not hard. I promise y'all it's not hard. And I told y'all was going to understand astrology after keeping up with my channel. Okay? Okay? Because I'm here to teach you the basics so you can understand the big shit, y'all. That's what I'm here to do. Now, like I said, this full moon is happening in the sign of Aries, a sign of the self. So if you think about that, this full moon is asking you, what are you holding on to? What do you need to release? What habits do you keep repeating? What thoughts do you keep repeating? What processes do you keep doing? How do you keep treating your body when this happens? Or what do you do when this doesn't work out? How does it affect you? Right now, it's about you, baby. It ain't about anybody else. It's not about, well, what they did or how this person, it's about you. You. Aries is the me first sign. Me. This is their time right now to be like me, y'all. When we have full moons and new moons, we feel that energy leading up to the full moon, depending on your energy and you know, your frequency and things of that nature. But also after the full moon or new moons pass, we also still feel that energy sometimes. Sometimes it can last up to weeks, or certain things are playing out, certain events and situations are playing out that are from the full or new moons. And energy and time is fluid, y'all. That's what people got to understand. So yes, you may want a prediction on, you know, this full moon for you and for your life, right? But guess what? That don't mean that prediction gonna happen today, right at that moment, right? Energy is fluid, time is fluid. It's gonna happen at any time. Okay. Wearing red a little bit for the Aries. I'm not a fan of red, but I did put on red for the Aries and for this full moon, okay? And today is Sun's Day. Remember, every day of the week has a ruling planet in astrology, okay? So Sun's Day is ruled by the sun. The sun is in Libra. Libras are ruled by planet Venus, okay? Fashion. Make sense? Now, back to where I was going, because I'm sorry I went off on a tangent. But I be wanting y'all to see the connections, okay? So let's go a step deeper. Okay, we talked about what the full moon is, and we talked about the sign of Aries, and then we talked about the full moon in the sign of Aries. Okay, now Aries is the sign, okay, that also represents impatience, anger, war, violence, impulsiveness, okay? But that's because they're ruled by planet Mars. Planet Mars is known as the planet of war because of its color. It's that red, brownish, goldish little color, dusty looking color, to be honest with you. And if you didn't know, all men are actually ruled by Mars as well because Mars rules men. So, Martian men, makes sense? Sorry. Now, anyway. With that being said, this is not a time to go towards that negative side of the Aries energy, right? Because every zodiac sign has a positive and a negative to it. Every one. Okay, you hear me? Every single one has a positive and a negative to it, y'all. Every single one of them. Now, with Aries, their negative side is that anger, that aggression, that war, that violence, wanting to fight, ready to... Right now, it's not a time to do that. This is not the time to fight yourself. This is not the time to fight your ego. This is the time to let your ego shut the fuck up, silence that bitch, and let your soul come out. And I'm not sorry to say it that way because I need to say it that way. I'm a Mercury, which is communication, and Leo, which is another fire sign. So when I talk, you're going to feel it, and it's going to spit out like fire. Because sometimes that's the way people need to hear that shit. And I'm getting goosebumps, so you guys probably are too. Now, this is not the time to play. Like I said, this is not the time to be worried about anybody but yourself. This is the time to get in the mirror and talk to yourself. Ask yourself, what's wrong? What do I keep doing? What do I need to upgrade? What is affecting me? What's hindering my happiness? What's hindering my peace, my joy, my abundance, and my fruits of my labor coming in? What is really stopping it? And half the time, it's really our own selves. Which is why the full moon is here in the sign of Aries, to help you eliminate that shit from yourself. Do you see it? Do you get it? This is what's happening. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, whether you believe it or not, whether you see it or not, whether you think your life is just complete hell. Everything that is happening for you, not to you, but for you, to lead you to the rainbow. The rain comes before you see a rainbow. At least that's what most people think anyway, because rainbows are really everywhere. But not going into that, to validate my point, like Betty Wright say, baby, look, no pain, no gain. Betty Wright, no pain, no gain. Okay, if you don't know it, go listen to it, because it may be a message for you. And I actually just saw 0808. That's definitely a message for somebody, okay? Definitely a message for somebody. Now, the other thing here that I really want to talk about is the fact that Chiron, okay, the wounded healer, which shows us all of our traumas, okay, in your natal chart, is also in the sign of Aries. Won't get out of there until, I believe, 2026. So we are doing some healing. You need to write out whatever it is that's in your head. Aries also rules the head. Whatever it is in your head that's holding you back, that's negative, that's affecting you, you need to write that shit out, and then you're going to burn it. That is your homework assignment. Okay? We are burning and we are releasing. Clean up your home. Make space for this new energy that's coming in, okay? Go in the mirror, stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself, okay? Love yourself, pamper yourself today. But most importantly, remember that today is the day. And depending on your time zone, where you're at, I'm reporting live from Houston, Texas, okay? We have to do this, y'all. We have to, because this is what's leading us to... You'll see for yourself, okay? Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, and follow me on Instagram, y'all.